Ainsley Hall drives in, the layup to Truschel, and it's good. And there you go, Emily Truschel, 1,000 career points. Blackstock leaves it for Sticker. Sticker up top for three, and she sticks it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Now into Truschel. Truschel will take the three, and why not? And Kaylee Sticker gets it to go. It's a three-point barrage to the corner for Livy Blackstock, and Blackstock joins the three-point party. Bounce pass into Pierce. Pierce gets the layup to fall. Ava Hunter gets the steal, and Hunter drives in for the layup. It may be cold outside, but the Nighthawks are heating up here in the Convocation Center. Back-to-back buckets for number 15, and that will do it. North Georgia dominating in front of Nighthawk Nation. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lynn Cottrell Arena at the UNG Convocation Center, where we have a packed out and excited crowd here on Spirit Night to watch two of the premier programs in Division II women's basketball face off. For the 90th time in program history, it's the North Georgia Nighthawks taking on the 19th ranked team in the nation, Georgia Southwestern Lady Hurricanes, on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We are so glad to have you all with us today alongside Lee Glenn and the NSN team. Robert DiClemente on hand tonight. These two teams know each other very well, as North Georgia has played against Georgia Southwestern more than any other opponent in program history. And Lee, whether it's been the regular season or the postseason, every time these teams meet each other, there's a bit of a playoff feel to these games. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Georgia Southwestern made a run to the Southeast Regional Final last year. And new coach, Coach Justin Payne, has moved on, but the same tradition that has been carried on down in Americus. They have gotten off to a super hot start, playing a very aggressive style of basketball. I think that this is absolutely potentially one of 3 or 4 matchups between these two teams. I would like to think that these teams will not only see each other in Americas, but will also are probably contenders along with Lander and a couple other schools for a top seed in the Peach Belt Conference end of season, our regular season. And then I also think that these are two teams that could potentially, in a month or so from now, be in consideration to represent us or represent the league at the NCAA tournament. Absolutely. And speaking of the playoffs, the Lady Hurricanes ended the Nighthawks' run in the PBC tournament in the semifinals last season. And Lee, you know the Nighthawks have kept that loss in the back of their minds, and they're definitely looking to make a statement tonight. Yeah, you know, like Georgia Southwestern is just a tough place to play, and what we've done is turn North Georgia into being a tough place to play. So this is just going to be a matter of which team imposes their will a little bit better, to a little bit atypical styles of how they play. But I think that over the course of the last 3 or 4 years, the general context of the game is going to remain the same. It's just which team can defend home court when teams in the upper echelon of the league like this face off. Absolutely. We should be in for an exciting matchup tonight with potential PVC playoffs implications at stake. It's rematch time of last season's Peach Belt Conference semifinals. It's North Georgia taking on the 19th ranked Georgia Southwestern Lady Hurricanes. And now it's time for starting lineups presented by Northeast Georgia Health System. First, for head coach Hannah Hayden and the visiting Lady Hurricanes in the starting lineup tonight is going to be Lexi McCulley, Jashanti Simmons, Destiny Garrett, Ndidi Ndukwe, and Leanna Massonet tonight for Georgia Southwestern. And for Coach Buffy and the Nighthawks tonight in the starting lineup, it's going to be Isabel Davenport, Lexi Pierce, Ansley Hall, Emily Truschel, and Kendall Eminer getting the start in tonight's matchup. A couple injuries for North Georgia, including Daisha Cannon and Carly Fahey tonight. They were out last game as well, and of course Caroline Martin has been out all season long, and so Eminer and Davenport inserted into the starting lineup for tonight's game. And we are underway here at Lynn Cottrell Arena as Georgia Southwestern wins the tip, and here we go. It'll be Destiny Garrett with the ball. Now Ndukwe. Gives it back to Garrett. Garrett slices down low, passes it back to Ndukwe. Ndukwe can't hit the layup, and Amener grabs the board.
That's unfortunate.
As Lexi Pierce on the other end gets the first bucket of the game for North Georgia.
Fortunately, defensively for North Georgia in the last possession, we had dribble penetration into the heart of our defense. We were able to help. Nobody helped the helper. It was a dump to the post, and she just missed an easy shot. And although we're up 2-0, it feels like Southwestern should be up 2-0 because they really attacked the heart of our defense there, and that's something that we got to pay attention to, and that's keeping those direct drives out of the paint. And if we need to help with conviction and then help the helper and make the assist pass go out and make them make jump shots around the perimeter. It can't be dumps at the rim.
Here is Destiny Garrett. Now has Amener and Truschel now on her. Ndukwe down low. And there you go. The bucket for Kayla Langley down low.
And that is a perennial all-region player in Kayla Langley. And so she's been giving us trouble for years, and so we got to find a way to make sure that we keep her off the rim.
Isabel Davenport's three hits the back of the rim. Georgia Southwestern recovers, and Langley averages 8.8 points a game this season, as the Hurricanes have multiple players averaging over 8 points a game, as that layup is off the mark by McCauley. Nighthawks in transition again. Here's Pierce, who goes up for the layup, and she's going to be fouled on the shot by Ndukwe, so she's going to the line for a pair of free throws here. First trip to the line tonight for the Nighthawks.
Seems like just another missed layup there by Georgia Southwestern. That's want to see them have to make tough twos and not miss easy twos, because mathematically those easy twos will definitely start falling over the course of a game.
As Lexi Pierce knocks down her first free throw, 67% from the line, gets both to go. North Georgia with the 4-2 lead early. As Destiny Garrett brings it up court. Gives it to Ndukwe, now to Langley. Southwestern working the ball around, back down low. Shots off by Langley. Good defense there by Truschel to stop that shot as they get this to Davenport. Back to Truschel, who was honored at midcourt during the starting lineups for scoring her 1,000th career point in North Georgia's last time out against USC Beaufort. And that's going to be too many steps for Amener. She travels there. And the Hurricanes are going to make an early substitution here as Leah Johnson steps on.
Yeah, that last possession defensively for North Georgia was so much better. Emily Truschel actually helped the helper, who had to get out and keep the basketball out of the paint, and that looked a lot cleaner, a lot more role responsibility defense.
And that's going to be an offensive foul on Johnson as Amener steps in and draws the charge down low. Looks to be a bit shaken up with that right shoulder. Did a great job stepping in and taking the contact. It's going to be North Georgia's ball.
Yeah, Kendall's figuring out that the top of the Peach Belt Conference is a lot better than some of the non-conference games that we've played, and that it's going to be physical and around the rim.
Absolutely. Amener typically not starting for North Georgia, and here on the other end, basket's good by Garrett. She's also fouled on the shot. Simmons, with the layup here on the other end. So she's going to the line for the potential three-point play.
What a gear found by the Hurricanes right there. Defensive stop, and then they just found a gear to get to the offensive end. That's something that we got to really pay attention to, is being diligent to getting back and protecting the rim.
Both of these teams getting out in transition early as Ansley Hall misses the three. Down at the other end, the corner three is off the mark. And an offensive rebound by Johnson as she goes back up for it and lays it in. and Georgia Southwestern takes their first lead of the game.
And that's Johnson's come off the bench for Kayla Langley, so that's just 2 waves of just very physical and space-eating bigs for the Hurricanes.
Long 2 off the mark by Eminer Truschel. Gets the board, she lays it up and in, but she's going to be fouled. So she's going to go to the line for 2 shots. As North Georgia is going to make a substitution here as Davenport steps off and Kaylee Sticker will step on. Sticker and Truschel are both coming off 22-point games against USC Beaufort. They combined to go 9 for 11 from beyond the arc in that win over USC Beaufort as Truschel knocks down the first. Second free throw is good. North Georgia ties it back up at 6 apiece. Hurricanes get this one again, down low to Johnson, back out into the corner. As this one goes up top to Ndukwe, and Ndukwe off with a 3-point shot, and Hall grabs the board. Here's Eminer, pump fakes at the 3-point line, turns it over. Hurricanes in transition, here's Garrett. Stops, kicks it back out, and the 3-point shot is good by Lexi McCulley. 9-6 lead for Georgia Southwestern with 6 minutes remaining here in the first.
Yeah, those turnovers are transition igniters for Southwestern. Right there, they were able to get a steal right there around the free throw line and just take off, and we were never able to set our defense.
Nighthawks get this one into the corner for Ansley Hall. Hall kicks it out to a wide open Pierce. Pierce with the 3, and she's off the mark. And the rebound goes to Ndukwe. And Pierce, if she had stayed put, she may have had a chance to grab that offensive rebound.
I think so, Robert. Ansley Hall did a great job of fighting through the defense to get that kick-out 3.
Up and under layup, no good by Simmons. This one's going out of bounds, and it's going to be North Georgia's basketball as the Hurricanes are looking to make a substitution here. Langley looking to check back into the game. She steps on for Johnson, who provided some important minutes here in this opening quarter off the bench. Here's Ansley Hall with the ball. She set a new program record with 15 assists against USC Beaufort, taking down a record that stood 27 years. Nighthawks get this one down low to Eminer. Eminer, tough bucket in traffic, gets the layup to fall.
That's exactly what we needed, is one of our bigs attacking their bigs. We can't let their bigs set the tone. And right there, Kendall did a great job of attacking Kayla Langley and finishing, so that should only help her confidence on those paint touches now.
And she's going to play some big minutes tonight, especially with Cannon out. Cannon, one of the leaders in the Peach Belt Conference in rebounds, out due to an injury. And so Eminer is going to play some important minutes as Ansley Hall hits the turnaround midi.
Yeah, Kendall Eminer has definitely graduated out of being a freshman. And that's a process that it always takes a few games, but I thought she did an amazing job of learning where her strength is, and now not only is she being successful, but she's being successful against good teams.
Now on the other end, Ndukwe gets the bucket plus the foul, so she's going to go to the line for one more when we come back. From this short commercial break, you're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm here.
You've got a lot of reasons to be here. That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatments save more hearts than anywhere in Georgia.
My baby girl is home.
Georgia Heart Institute.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama like? What? Still no high, though. Hi. Hey. Oh, my God. There it was. My first runner's high. Well, Better quit while I'm ahead. Alright, I'm good.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back with you here in Dahlonega, where the score is 11-10. Georgia Southwestern leading by a point over North Georgia. And Ndukwe is going to the line for one free throw here after she hit the and one layup just before the commercial break. She can't get it to go, and Ansley Hall grabs the rebound. Nighthawks are coming off a 103-38 win over USC Beaufort as Kaylee Sticker misses the three. Georgia Southwestern trying to work in transition here as they get this one down low to Langley, who hits the layup in traffic.
Job by Langley there of running 90 feet and being available. Transition basketball is normally effective right after a turnover. And then secondly, the time that transition basketball is effective is after a missed three, because those rebounds tend to carry them. And that was a missed three from Sticker that just got the ball going at our rim. I tell you what, Georgia Southwestern, and we've seen Catawba, we've seen Lincoln Memorial, Tusculum, a lot of good teams. This is way early. We're not even through the end of the first quarter, but this is arguably one of the most athletic teams that we've seen so far this year.
Layup's no good down low, and Langley grabs the board. Georgia Southwestern leads 13-10 as the ball gets back out to Garrett at the three-point line. Here's Kayla Grant. Hurricanes again get this one down low. Layup is off, and the ball gets to Ansley Hall. Nighthawks now trying to make something happen in transition. Hall leaves it for Sticker. Now back to Hall. Nighthawks get this one down low. Back up top. Wide open Lexi Pearson. She's off the mark. Nice offensive rebound there by Kendall Eminer. Ansley Hall, tough bucket in traffic, and she hits it down low over Garrett.
Wow.
Makes us a 1-point game.
That's a crazy tough two by Hall there. Right-handed shot, turning back over her right shoulder, 10 feet away from the basket.
Hall known for her passing, but she can knock down the bucket. She averages 12.7 points per game. Second on this team as Nighthawks almost tie him up there. Long three is off the mark, and the rebound goes to Kaylee Sticker.
Not going to show up in the box score, but Kendall Eminer is getting wins down there in the paint.
As the three is off by Pierce. Kayla Grant grabs the board.
There's 3 threes by Lexi that have all been online and have hit back rim. Some of that would probably be a test to the adrenaline that's going, a little bit bigger, a little bit more impactful game. But it's good to see that she's got, number one, a willingness to take that shot, and number two, that she's got it online. It's just a matter of slowing her mind down. And when she makes the first one, if she's going to keep getting that shot all night long, she can string some together for sure.
Absolutely, and right on cue, she has the wide open three, but that one is off the mark, and Truschel tries to keep the play alive, but it's going to Georgia Southwestern. Trying to work in transition here, but this is going to be a foul on Lexi Pierce.
Southwestern is really good at getting downhill fast. And not only do they transition into the offensive scoring area of the floor, but they get you on your heels defensively. And right there, Lexi was the retreat defender because she took the three. And the Southwestern player just had a head of steam at her chest.
Absolutely, and Livy Blackstock just checked in for Pierce. Blackstock can be a bit of a disruptor on defense. And the corner three is good by Kaylee Sticker. Nighthawks regain the lead 15-13 after that corner three by Sticker. She's coming off a great three-point shooting performance last game, as we mentioned. Her and Truschel combined 9 for 11 from beyond the arc, and the Nighthawks are going to need some good three-point shooting from her if they want to come away with this one. And down low, the layup is good by Langley. Hall with Garrett on her. Takes a screen from Lizzie Campbell and a wide open Truschel down low. Nice feed inside by Ansley Hall.
Such a good find. Good cut by Truschel.
And the Hall to Truschel connection, something that we've seen a lot this season and will continue to see as we enter the second half of the season. In great hands by Ansley Hall. This is going North Georgia's way as she picks the pocket of Massanet.
And going to get free throws out of it because of the bonus situation.
So Ansley Hall's going to the line for North Georgia, trying to extend this lead to 4. Hall this season shooting 70% from the free throw line, as Pierce is looking to check back in, as Hall misses the first. Got a great crowd on hand tonight at Lynn Cottrell Arena as that free throw is off by Hall. The Convocation Center packed out tonight for Spirit Night. Lots of festivities going on for our Nighthawk basketball doubleheader. And the three-pointer is off by Adams, and Nighthawks not going to take the final shot here. Going to maintain that lead going into the second quarter. North Georgia leads by 2, 17-15. We'll step aside for a short commercial break. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here in Dahlonega, where the score is 17-15. North Georgia leading by a pair here, as Sticker inbounds it to Lexi Pierce. Here's Truschel with the ball. Truschel 4 points and 5 boards in that first quarter. Nighthawks get this one back to Pierce. Now to Blackstock. Blackstock gets it down low to Campbell, and Campbell turns it over. Another transition opportunity here for the Hurricanes as McCulley hits the tough layup.
Nice finish by McCulley there. Used her chest to get into the defender, created that little extra space to be able to make the shot. Good job by the Hurricanes, too. We went with the post entry and then the hard 45 cut from the top of the key, and they were their first team that I've seen defend that pretty well.
Georgia Southwestern with the ball after that missed layup by Campbell. Blackstock applying some pressure here as Southwestern gets this one down low. Now up top for the open three for Ndukwe. Off the mark, and that one hits the ground, but Pierce comes up with it.
That's a great defensive possession by North Georgia there.
Sticker turns, hits. Off the mark, and Campbell can't get that one to go. Nice rebound by Livy Blackstock. Great second effort there by the Nighthawks as they get that layup to fall. by Livy Blackstock.
The 2 offensive rebounds. That's something that Southwestern is known for, and did a good job of keeping the possession alive.
Hurricanes trying to get this one down low, and Massenet's going to be fouled on the shot by Truschel. So that's going to send her to the line for a pair of free throws here.
Good technique by Truschel there. She helped and just had her hands high. A couple times early in the quarter, she helped with her hands low. She went to the lob pass and got behind it with her hands high. She was just about a step too late.
First free throw is good as Eminer and Hall check back in for North Georgia. Georgia Southwestern comes to Dahlonega with a 12-2 overall record, 5-1 in the PBC, having won 4 straight games as the second free throw is good. The Lady Hurricanes are coming off a 74-56 victory over Augusta on January 20th. Langley led the way for Georgia Southwestern with 18 points.
I believe that was a team, Augusta, that was undefeated in the league, too.
So a big win for Georgia Southwestern last time out. Truschel gets it down low to Eminer. Eminer's going to be fouled on the layup, and so she's going to the line for a pair of free throws down at the other end. As Langley picks up the foul.
Southwestern's 2 losses at home against Catawba, then ranked number 3 in the country. Catawba now has 2 losses, 1 to us, and has slid to the middle of the top 25. Their other loss comes to Lander, at Lander, in overtime. This is a really good basketball team. Wins over Augusta, Beaufort, Columbus State, Flagler, all in league play. Beat Tusculum, a team that gave us a little bit of trouble here early in the year. They beat Tusculum by 50.
Eminer knocks down the second free throw, 20-19 lead for North Georgia. And this is definitely going to be an interesting matchup. Georgia Southwestern hanging in there with the best of them in the nation, as we're going to have a foul against North Georgia.
What Southwestern are they in? Did they crack into the top 25 now?
They are ranked number 19.
19th, yep. Right there you can see the attention that we're paying to Langley's post touches. Sending a double team to it, and right there Ansley Hall just fouled on the backside of it, but she's such a force in the paint. You got to at least have 2 sets of eyes on her for sure.
Hall now in the corner. Gets it down low to Eminer. Up top back to Ansley Hall. 8 seconds on the shot clock, and she's going to be fouled from behind by Garrett. Garrett, a little too much contact there. Gets called for the foul.
Yeah, late shot clock ball screen by the Nighthawks, and Ansley did a good job of not just stretching it vertically, but turned the corner on it. And Eminer did a good job of getting her feet set and allowing Ansley to tack the rim and to get the foul call.
Eminer gets it down low. Nice ball movement there by the Nighthawks, finding another cutting Truschel to the basket for the layup.
Good big-to-big action there.
Here is Garrett. Leaves it for McCulley. McCulley out top to Ndukwe. Hurricanes get this one down low. Layup off the mark and a rebound there by Eminer. And this is going to be a big matchup between Eminer and Langley. 2 bigs down low. Nighthawks winning that matchup. And the pass just off the mark as Truschel couldn't get a hand on it there, so this is going to be the Hurricanes' ball.
Going to the well twice right there. Same action that we had on the last possession. Inverting the high-low, taking your biggest big and putting them at the top of the key. Liking your 4-person matchup in the post a little bit better than the 5v5.
Hall tried to get a piece of it there as McCulley gets this one into the corner to a wide open Garrett, who knocks down the corner 3. Garrett also applying some full court defense here on Ansley Hall. Here's Truschel at the free throw line. And Truschel took too many steps there on the travel. And Georgia Southwestern's going to make a sub as Jashanti Simmons steps back on for the Hurricanes. And Georgia Southwestern's bench could be a big factor in this one as well. They outscored Augusta's bench last time out, 27-11. Here is Simmons trying to work down low on Truschel, and she gets the tough layup to fall off glass. Hurricanes making the Nighthawks pay both down low and at the three-point line as Hall drives in. Kicks it back up top, wide open, Emily Truschel. That three-pointer off the mark.
And between Truschel and a couple shots from Lexi Pierce, that's 3 threes that have looked really good about halfway down the. That's going to be a posting up foul on Kayla Langley. Going to be her second foul.
That'll be interesting to monitor as Langley picks up her second. As Kaylee Sticker checks back on for North Georgia. And the Nighthawks, as we mentioned, coming off a hot three-point shooting performance against USC Beaufort. So far in this one, it's been a little cold to open up the game as we're going to have a foul. It looks like that one may have come in the backcourt against Destiny Garrett. So the Nighthawks are going to get a fresh 30 here on the other side of the court. And that's going to take us to our under 5 media timeout. Georgia Southwestern leads by 2 going into the break. We'll step aside. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station verification. You're listening to North Georgia women's basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Ansley Hall unable to tie up the game there with the layup. There's Destiny Garrett, and the Hurricanes get this one down low to Johnson. Johnson layup is no good, and Sticker grabs the board.
We need to make sure we take advantage of next foul being free throws.
As Truschel drives in, can't get the layup to fall, and right on cue, she's fouled on the shot. She's going to get free throws there regardless.
And there's going to be a technical foul on Southwestern's bench.
So North Georgia with a chance to not only tie it up, but they're going to also have a chance to take the lead here after Southwestern's bench picks up the technical foul. So the Nighthawks are going to put, I believe, going to be Emily Truschel going to the line for North Georgia. Truschel this season, 83% from the free throw line, 54 of 65 from the charity stripe as she gets that one to fall. This game looking a bit different from North Georgia's last time out against the USC Beaufort as Hall ties it up there. Nighthawks winning 103-38 over USC Beaufort. That 65-point win, their largest margin of victory this season. And believe it or not, the second time that they've hit 103 points this year. As Truschel goes 4 for 4 at the line, and just like that, North Georgia leads 26-24. It's also going to be the Nighthawks basketball here, as they have a chance to extend that lead even more. Hall trying to work on Garrett. Back up top to Truschel. Now to Kaylee Sticker. Pierce with McCulley on her. Takes the screen from Sticker, drives to the basket, and that's going to be blocked and out of bounds by Johnson.
I think we're lucky there, too. I'm not sure that Lexi didn't touch it out of bounds as well. So fortunate to be playing baseline out offense after that possession. 7 now on the shot clock, not a reset. Ball never touched the rim.
Nighthawks got to get busy here. Now 5 seconds on the shot clock. Get it into Truschel. Truschel's going to turn around. Step back J is going to be off the mark, and that's going to be a shot clock violation there. Truschel hit the backboard, but couldn't hit the rim on that one. There's Destiny Garrett. Gives it to Adams, now down low, and the basket is good by Johnson. And most of Georgia Southwestern's production in this one's going to come from Johnson and Langley down low.
That's way too deep of a catch. Got to do a better job of defending the post earlier in the possession.
And it looks like before the pass, we're going to have a kick ball. Shot clock's going to reset to 20. As Georgia Southwestern's going to make a sub. Massinette's going to check back in. Massinette with 5 points in this one. And we're going to have a delay of game warning as Hall tries to inbound, gets it to Pierce. Pierce still with the ball. Up top to Sticker, down low, now to Eminer. And Eminer almost gets the bucket to fall. That one spun around the rim a few times. Couldn't get that one to go down, but she's going to go to the line here for a couple of free throws.
I'm not sure if Kendall Eminer is going to be credited for all of them, but that's 4 fouls that we have generated on either Johnson or Langley. They both now have 2 personal fouls. One of them needs to stay in the game here. Looks like Johnson is going to stay in the game. One more foul in the final 3:11 would definitely create a little bit of pressure in the Hurricanes rotation.
Nighthawks lead by 1 after Eminer goes 1 for 2 from the line. Here is Langley, but before the shot here, we're going to have a foul on Ansley Hall. And so Blackstock's going to check in for Hall. It's going to give Georgia Southwestern a fresh 20 here on the shot clock. As McCulley tries to get it inbounds, and she does. Now back to McCulley in the corner. Three-pointer off the mark, and Truschel grabs the rebound. Truschel also ranking in the top 10 in the PBC in rebounds. If the Nighthawks get this one in the corner to Blackstock, offensive rebound by Eminer. No foul here as Georgia Southwestern plays some great defense, and in transition they get the bucket. No good as Sticker does her best LeBron James impression there with the chase down block.
I thought Southwestern had a clean block on the last possession, and I think we just wanted the call because that was Johnson involved in the play, which would have created the foul trouble. Thought she did a good job of just defending the rim clean, hand up in the air.
There's some great transition defense there by North Georgia. And we're going to have a foul on the floor going against
I think
Truschel.
Emily Truschel, going to be her second foul. Ansley Hall has already had to go to the bench with 2 fouls.
So both of these teams trying to take advantage of early foul trouble. Looks like Truschel's going to stay in the game, and this is going to be a turnover by the Hurricanes as they just throw this one away. So Davenport is going to check in for Truschel. Davenport got the start tonight for North Georgia in place of the injured Carly Fahey. Pierce with the ball. McCulley matched up on her. Nighthawks get this one to the free throw line with Eminer now back up top to Sticker as Sticker is off on the three-point attempt. And the Nighthawks struggled from 3 against Lander last week. Didn't shoot it very well from beyond the arc. And we're kind of seeing a bit of a similar story here in this first half after the Nighthawks were lethal from beyond the arc against USC Beaufort.
I don't think that's two. You talk about Lander and Southwestern. I think those are 2 really good defensive teams.
And the drive in, and this is going to stay Hurricanes ball after Adams drove in. Hurricanes get it in to Ndukwe. Now the drive and the layup is going to go high off glass by Massanet. 28-27 is your score. Georgia Southwestern leading by a point. We are now under 1.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Eminer tried to get it down low, but that one's going right into the hands of Ndukwe. In transition, here come the Hurricanes, and the 3 is good by Adams. Extends this Hurricane lead to 4. Here's Pierce with the ball. Under 1 minute remaining. She's got McCulley on her. Up top to Sticker, now to Blackstock. Here's Eminer trying to work down low, and she's off with the layup. And Johnson grabs the board. Let's see if the Hurricanes try to go for a 2-for-1 here. As Ndukwe saw a double, but she leaves it for McCulley. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Pierce now switched on, and the long three-pointer hits the front of the rim. Offensive rebound goes to the Hurricanes. They can hold for the final shot here. McCulley with Davenport on her. 5 seconds left in the half. As McCulley drives in, and the layup off the mark. And that's going to take us to our halftime break. Georgia Southwestern 31, North Georgia 27. In a tightly contested first half. That's going to take us to our halftime commercial break. We've got some first half stats and breakdowns coming your way. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
My name is Lana Titterina, and UNG is where I lead. I chose UNG because of the tennis program and how much the tennis program has achieved in the past. And I wanted to be a part of building a good team. But also the campus is very beautiful, the location. It has the new business building that I really like. And when I did my research, I really liked Dahlonega in Georgia. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced was coming here and not knowing anyone. I didn't know how the culture was and how to really approach people. And being new and not knowing anyone can be tough in the beginning. So you have to really put yourself out there and make connections, talk to people. So that's where I feel like I've grown a lot, and I've gotten to know a lot of people here, and that has helped my experience. My advice for international students would be just go for it. It may be tough in the beginning, but it's all going to be worth it at the end. You're going to meet amazing people. It's really fun, and you get a very good degree. I'm here!
You've got a lot of reasons to be here.
I'm here.
That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatment protocols are saving more hearts than anywhere else in the state. That's why we're here.
I'm here.
So you'll always be there. The future of heart care, we're leading Georgia there. Georgia Heart Institute.
From the moment you know where you are headed, it starts a journey that you will never forget. For those who seek a higher calling, to serve something bigger than themselves and take the path less traveled, UNG awaits to prepare you for your leadership pathway. Once you're here, you will be challenged and developed, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Freshman Recruit Orientation Group, or Frog Week, is the first step of the UNG journey. The commitment, the attitude, the efforts, and the resilience take shape as you move forward on the pathway that most will never attempt.
Y'all got 2 minutes to change into OCPs. Time now. Let's go. Move it. Move it.
It is a process that teaches you about yourself and makes you better than you were yesterday. At times, it can be a struggle, but it's also an investment in yourself. Like life, it can create moments of doubt. You learn about yourself and your strengths and weaknesses. You share this journey with the men and women to your left and right, establishing lifelong bonds with the understanding that nothing worth having ever comes easy. But through adversity, you build strength, determination, and the desire to never quit. Frog Week will establish a foundation to build upon, strengthen you physically and mentally, and start shaping you into the leader you came here to be. For cadets at the University of North Georgia, they take the road less traveled, avoid taking the easy way out, and develop instrumental values that will prepare them for a life of service and leadership. Some people talk about it, others are about it.
You can't really get an idea of how another country runs their military till you go abroad.
It was cool to see their outlook on just life in general. To be there as a global ambassador is definitely a life-changing experience.
I participated in the Management College National Defense University Cadet Exchange. That is located in Taipei, Taiwan.
So I participated in study abroad internship in country of Georgia. The program I participated in was the Swiss Summer Mountaineering course. The experience was extremely professional. There were people from different militaries across the world. I was training with soldiers that were once our adversaries. That's when I noticed the importance of diplomatic relations and also civil affairs through the military.
The host school was always really going out of their way to help us get the full cultural experience because we were, in their eyes, only going to be there for 5 months.
They drove us out and we hiked to a glacier. That was unique, especially coming from Tennessee. There's no ice walls to climb. Their native language of Georgian was very difficult. However, at the end, I gave a little speech in Georgian, thanking their academy. It was an eye-opening experience. One thing I learned in Switzerland was to try and enjoy everything that you're doing, no matter how challenging it is.
Being able to see the country of your target language in person and really living day to day can move your passion to continue learning the language that much further.
All the conferences, all the internship, and all the exchange programs will help you as you develop, not just as a soldier, but also as a person. I think everybody in the Corps should study abroad because it will develop them so much.
If you have a free semester, it's the perfect time to explore a country. There's really not much holding you back in terms of whether or not you should go. It's a great experience.
I got extremely valuable training and just an overall incredible life experience that I wouldn't have gotten going to any other school. And it was the opportunity of a lifetime.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high, though. Hi. Hey. Oh, my God. There it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead.
Welcome back to Dahlonega, where the score is 31-27 at the half. Georgia Southwestern leading by 4 over North Georgia. Let's take a look at some of those stats from the first half of action. Emily Truschel leads all scorers with 10 points in that first half. She could very well be on her way to a double-double with 6 rebounds as well. And for Georgia Southwestern, Kayla Langley leads the way for the Hurricanes with 6 points. She's got 4 rebounds of her own as well. And Lee, what stands out to you the most on that box score from the first 20 minutes?
I think it's kind of a catch-22, Robert. It's a missed opportunity a little bit for, we really had Georgia Southwestern on the brink of foul trouble. DeShante Simmons has 3, Kayla Langley with 2, her counterpart in the post, Leah Johnson with 2 as well. Destiny Garrett had a pair of fouls. But I think what happened is when kind of the foul trouble started to maybe present itself, it took us a little bit out of our offensive flow. Like we had too much attention to that. We were more interested in maybe getting to the free throw line than we were just letting the fouls come to us. 1 of 13 from 3 really stands out to me for the Nighthawks. I think that's a testament to Georgia Southwestern's perimeter defense. Georgia Southwestern holds up +8. In transition points on us. They just really can get out in between the free throw lines and change ends of the floor quickly. And that's where some of their offense has been efficient, is against our unset defense. But, back to the foul thing with the pseudo foul trouble, we'll call it. It did create a free throw advantage for us. We were 10 of 14. They only attempted 4, made 2 of them. So we made 6 more free throws than our opponent even attempted, but I think it took us a little bit out of our offensive flow trying to worry a little bit too much about foul trouble. And then I think what's going to be critical is North Georgia here to begin the third quarter. Are we able to just kind of shift the momentum of that end of the second quarter run that the Hurricanes were on? Over the final 4:24 of the second quarter, Southwestern outscored us 7-1. And then 2 things that stand out to me in conclusion, Robert, is that we were scoreless over the last 3+ minutes of the second quarter. And more of a worry to me, which goes back to my initial point about just kind of over-awareness about the foul trouble situation, is our last natural field goal came with over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Absolutely. North Georgia's got to go back to the drawing board here, especially with the three-point shot, as you mentioned, that 7.7% from 3. It's not going to cut it for North Georgia. As we mentioned, they're coming off a hot three-point shooting performance against USC Beaufort, trying to follow it up here, but Kaylee Sticker so far has been the only Nighthawk to knock down a three-pointer from beyond the arc. Nighthawks have been a little too reliant on Truschel as well. 10 points in this one. The next highest scorer is going to be Eminer with 4, as well as Pierce and Ansley Hall with 4 points as well. And Georgia Southwestern has had 8 different players score for them in this game, as well as some crucial points off the bench for the Hurricanes as well. Leah Johnson with 4, Leonia Massanet with 4, Kayla Adams with 3 off the bench as well. And we saw their bench pour on a lot of points against Augusta, outscoring them 27-11 in their last game. We're seeing more of the same from them there. But if North Georgia can start knocking down some threes here in this second half, this could be a completely different ball game. We saw them get some wide open looks, especially from Lexi Pierce, one of the sharpshooters on this team. And if she's able to get a rhythm and get a flow going here in these final 20 minutes, we could see a completely different ball game here between North Georgia and the 19th ranked team in the nation, Georgia Southwestern.
Yeah, I think this is just really what conference basketball is about. It came really easy for us Saturday afternoon, right? I mean, we scored 38 points in the second quarter, which is a Peach Belt Conference record. That's 11 more than we scored in the entire half here. And so this is just what good basketball is. When you run across 2 teams, nothing's going to come easy. And so can we flip the momentum? Can we find even another way to score? Can we, so we can play through our bigs in the high-low game. We can shoot threes, but can we attack the rim, right? And so can we make them be cognizant of their foul situation? So it's going to be interesting what offensive wrinkles we put into the game here.
Absolutely, and we're going to have to see Emily Truschel try to get to the line more in this second half. 6 for 6 from the free throw line in the first 2 quarters. We'll see if she can draw some more contact here as we are underway in the second half. Here's DeShanti Garrett, who drives in, splits the defense. No good. Nice defense there by Eminer, but the follow-up layup on the second effort by Langley is good. So the Hurricanes right out the gate getting busy here. Early bucket for Georgia Southwestern to take a 6-point lead.
That's the same exact action that they ran to start the game. Just ball screen defense. Ball handler splits the screen and just gets right in the heart of our defense. Luckily, on the first possession of the game, Langley missed the offensive putback. This one she did not.
Here's Davenport, who kicks it out to Hall. Hall will take the 3 off the mark, and the rebound's going to Ndukwe. Destiny Garrett out in the corner to Massanet. The 3 is off. And this is going to be a rebound going to North Georgia. Here's Lexi Pierce in transition. She's going to leave it for Truschel. Truschel at the 3-point line. Now down low to Eminer. Eminer trying to post up, and she's going to be fouled by Langley. And she's quickly going to get to the free throw line here for North Georgia. And this has got to be their game here, trying to get the bigs for Georgia Southwestern into foul trouble. And they're going to have to make a quick sub here as Langley will step off and Johnson's coming on.
It's Langley's 3rd foul. So we'll see if we get in the same trap of what we did in the first half, where we got really cognizant of foul trouble and playing trying to attack certain players. I think we just need to just continue to play, not try to pick one up on Johnson here, but just play.
As Eminer knocks down the free throw, 33-29. Garrett with Truschel on her.
Nighthawk's going to play the 1-3-1.
And that bucket wide open there for Johnson. And the Nighthawks in transition, and they are going back to the free throw line.
And there's the third foul on Johnson. So now both post play, it took 90 seconds for the breadth of non-foul trouble that Southwestern had in halftime with both of their bigs with 2 fouls. Now, 90 seconds into the second half, both bigs have 3 fouls. And so we just got to not worry about foul situation, but could just continue to play our game. Great pitch ahead to Eminer running the floor there.
Yeah, we could see Eminer at the free throw line quite a bit in this one, shooting 60% from the line this season. Makes it a 35-31 ball game. Hurricanes trying to get this one to Ndukwe, and then down low. Great defense by Truschel to alter the shot, and she gets the rebound. Nighthawks in transition. Here's Lexi Pierce out to an open Truschel. Nighthawks swing this to Davenport. Now in the corner to Hall. Hall will take the 3 off the mark. Rebounds go into Garrett.
We just can't get one to go.
Garrett behind the back, and she goes up for the layup off the mark. Truschel with another board.
Nice disciplined defense by Emily Truschel right there in the 1v1 situation, not fouling her, making her play over, just tall hands.
As Davenport had the ball poked away for a moment. Truschel up top. Now to Pierce. Eminer trying to post up here, and that's good defense there by Johnson to block the shot there from Eminer, and it's going to leave 9 seconds left on the shot clock for the Nighthawks. Inbound this to Davenport, now down low to Truschel, or to Eminer, excuse me, and she misses the layup. And this is going to go Georgia Southwestern's way as Davenport tried to poke that one loose. Nighthawks are 51-38 all time against the Lady Hurricanes and 7-3 in their last 10 matchups. North Georgia went 1-2 against Georgia Southwestern last season, with the Lady Hurricanes defeating the Nighthawks in the PBC semifinals, 72-55. North Georgia's win over Georgia Southwestern last season came off a game-winning layup from Nia Lutz with 8 seconds left. As Eminer sets the screen for Hall. Hall works baseline. Nice wraparound pass to
There's the
Eminer.
4th foul on Johnson.
And so Langley's going to have to come back in for Johnson. Georgia Southwestern's also going to make another substitution with Jashanti Simmons stepping back on. So this has got to be North Georgia's game if they're not going to be able to knock it down from the three-point line in this one. Just try to get something going down low, and Eminer now going to the line for the 3rd time here in this 3rd quarter. There's still 6:50 left to go.
7 collective fouls on their tandem post tandem.
As Eminer's off on the 2nd. There are the Hurricanes with Jashanti Simmons up top to Garrett. Matched up with Hall on her. Tries to get it down low to Langley. Now into the corner. And a 3-pointer in and out as Truschel grabs the board, and Truschel is creeping up on a double-double here already. And Eminer took too many steps there. So Georgia Southwestern will inbound. These two teams lead the Peach Belt Conference in points per game and field goal percentage this season. Georgia Southwestern 77.7 points per game, 47.5 shooting from the field, and UNG sitting at 76 points per game this year as the corner three hits the back of the rim. Offensive rebound by the Hurricanes as this one gets down low. Layup off the mark. Great defense there by the Nighthawks as they collect this one as Pierce comes up with it. Nighthawks in transition. Bounce pass to Davenport. Davenport gets it in the corner to Hall. Up top to Truschel. Now down low to Eminer. Eminer spins. Can't get the layup to fall as Langley collects. (35-32). Georgia Southwestern leads by 3. Get this one into the corner to Simmons. Simmons will drive in, and she's going to be fouled on the layup, sending her to the line. It's going to be a foul on Eminer, her first foul of the game. So she's going to step off, and Lizzie Campbell will step on. Kaylee Sticker is also going to check into the game for the Nighthawks as Davenport steps off. Nighthawks going with 3 bigs here with Sticker, Campbell, and Eminer. First free throw off the mark by Simmons. Simmons leads the team in points per game, almost 13 an outing for the junior guard. And she can't get either free throw to go. Ansley Hall gets the board. Hall takes the screen from Sticker. Pump fakes, gets it down low to Sticker. Keeps the possession alive. Is open in the corner, gives it to Pierce. Pierce takes the screen from Hall. Drives in, and she's going to the free throw line for a pair of free throws when we come back from this media timeout. Georgia Southwestern leads by 3. We will step aside for a short commercial break. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Northeast Georgia Health System is a proud supporter of North Georgia Nighthawk Athletics.
Back with you here in Dahlonega. Your score 35-32. Georgia Southwestern up by 3. And Lexi Pierce is going to go to the line for the Nighthawks for a pair of free throws here. Nighthawks have had plenty of opportunities at the free throw line here in this third quarter. Much of what we saw in the first half as Pierce is unable to get that free throw to fall. North Georgia just 32 points in this one, now 33 as Pierce hits the free throw. Georgia Southwestern's defense has been holding opponents to a PBC best 54.9 points per game and 34.6% field goal percentage this season. As the Hurricanes get this one down low, it's going to stay Hurricanes ball. North Georgia has held opponents to a 36.4% field goal percentage, ranking second in the Peach Belt Conference. As this one's inbounded to Simmons. Simmons drives in on Truschel, and we're going to have a foul here on Emily Truschel. It's going to send Simmons to the line as Truschel now picks up her third. So it's interesting to monitor the foul situation here between the bigs. Truschel now with her third. Langley in foul trouble, as well as Johnson for Georgia Southwestern. As the first free throw is good by Simmons. Second is good. Georgia Southwestern up by 4. Applying some full court pressure here to Hall and Truschel. As Truschel sees a double, finds an open Truschel, that was Hall. Now out to Pierce, Sticker. Now in the corner to Truschel, get this one down low. Nice ball movement here by the Nighthawks. 10 on the shot clock as they get this one down low as Campbell's unable to knock down the layup, and this is going to be a foul going against Kaylee Sticker. So Georgia Southwestern will inbound. Hurricanes head coach Hannah Hayden in her first season leading the Lady Hurricanes. She comes over from Moberly Area Community College, coaching there for 5 seasons, accumulating a 118-36 overall record.
That's pretty good.
In her first season, she's been fantastic here with Georgia Southwestern as the layup falls for the Hurricanes, leading them to the 19th ranked team in the nation as Truschel has a wide open lane, leaves it for Campbell. Campbell can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Langley. As Garrett pulls it back out. We're going to have a timeout here by Garrett. She calls a 30-second timeout for the Hurricanes. So we will stay right here. 39-33. Hurricanes up by 6. North Georgia's got to look for some production out of Emily Truschel. She's got 10 points in this game. Still looking for her first points of this second half. 9 boards as well, one shy of a double-double. North Georgia are 7-1 this season when Emily Truschel scores 20 or more points.
Yeah, that's a good stat line. She's got to get some work done, though. Offensively, the Hurricanes are not giving her anything easy. She's having to rebound and then run all 90 feet of the floor. So it's just, I feel like this third quarter has gone a lot like the second quarter. And I'm waiting for that North Georgia run where maybe we string together 3 baskets with 3 stops. But we just can't string together any easy offense outside of anything that comes from the free throw line. Right now, the free throw line has been the best thing for us.
Absolutely. North Georgia hasn't been able to get too many layups here in this third quarter. Most of their production has been coming from the free throw line. As Garrett inbounds it to Grant. Back to Garrett, gets this one down low to Langley, now into the corner for Adams. Adams now down low to Langley. Langley turns, and she gets the layup to fall. Gets the bounce off the back of the rim, makes this a 41-33 game.
And she catches it with 2 feet around the charge circle. She is going to score 9.5 times out of 10.
Langley shooting 71% from the field this season as Eminer takes the dribble pull-up and makes it from the free throw line. Much needed bucket there from the Nighthawks as Eminer knocks it down. Here's Grant. Grant drives in, gets the layup high off glass to go down as the Hurricanes answer here on the other end. Hall tries to get that one down low to Sticker. Nice cut to the basket by Sticker. Right idea, but that pass from Ansley Hall was just out of the outstretched arms of Sticker. Hurricanes get this one to Grant. Grant will drive in again. Unable to get that layup to fall as Davenport finds the board. And the Nighthawks have an opportunity here, 4-on-5.
Yeah, good find.
As Truschel knocks it down. Big bucket by Emily Truschel. Makes it 38-43. Nighthawks needed that one. They get their first three-pointer here of the second half and just their second of the game. Crowd has come alive here at the Convocation Center as the drive in the basket off the mark by Simmons gets her own board though, and the follow-up layup is good by Garrett. Nice second effort there by the Hurricanes. Here's Ansley Hall, drives in, can't get the layup to fall. Had an open lane there. That pull-up layup no good.
Southwestern stretched this thing to a 7-point lead here with right at a minute to go in the third quarter.
They turn it over here. Truschel in transition. Nice zero step to the basket. Nighthawks cut the lead to 5. 1 minute remaining here in the third. And Hall looks like she's trying to call a double dribble on Garrett here, saying she's palming the ball as Garrett feeds it inside to Langley. Nice pass there by the senior guard down low as the Nighthawks can hold for the final shot here. Shot clock turned off. Truschel has hit the last 2 buckets for North Georgia. And Ansley Hall leaves it for Truschel. Now to Davenport, 10 seconds left in the corner. Now to Ansley Hall. Ansley Hall takes the pull-up midi, can't get it to fall. And the Hurricanes could take the final shot here from half court. They get it off, and that one almost goes in from half court. But it's going to stay 47-40. Heading in to the final quarter, we should be in for a great finish here in this one. We'll step aside for a short commercial break. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here at Dahlonega. 47-40 is your score. Nighthawks went on a much-needed run there at the end of the third, led by Emily Truschel. Went on a 5-0 run by herself as Pierce drives in, can't get the layup to fall. Rebound by the Hurricanes, and Truschel now with 15 points in this one. And as we mentioned during the third, 7-1 when Truschel scores 20 or more points. Here is Adams. Adams drives in, pulls back, and she hits the tough mid-range shot over Truschel.
That's a big-time shot there. Baseline fadeaway after dribbling into that space.
As Hall gets it past half court, takes a screen from Truschel, who rolls to the basket. Now to Eminer, looking to dish it off before the foul there. It's going to be on Massanet. So the Nighthawks are going to get a fresh 20 here on the shot clock. Blackstock with the ball, now to Ansley Hall. Hall takes the screen from Eminer. Back up top to Truschel. Truschel unable to get the three-pointer to fall. Rebound goes to Johnson.
Nice check out by Johnson there.
Would have been a big bucket there by Truschel. Score stays at 49-40. As Massanet drives in, turns around, and can't get the bucket to fall. Second effort, and the third effort. Now a fourth effort off the mark by Georgia Southwestern. Another offensive rebound as they get this one to an open three-point shot off the mark. And this is going to be a foul going against the Hurricanes and Leah Johnson. Big fifth foul there for Johnson. She's going to have to sit the bench for the rest of this one. So some big minutes coming up now for Langley. So the Hurricanes are going to be without Johnson for the rest of this one. Could be a big loss for them. Leah Johnson's been averaging 1.9 blocks per game, leading the PBC and ranking 29th in NCAA Division II. Truschel now to Blackstock. In the corner to Pierce. Down low to Eminer. Finds an open Davenport. Back out to Pierce. Now down low to Kendall Eminer, who turns, hits, and can't get the layup to fall. Rebound goes to Georgia Southwestern. Up top to McCulley. Here's Massanet, now to McCulley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. McCulley tries to drive in on Blackstock and hits the bucket in traffic, plus the foul as Blackstock a little too aggressive there on the contact. And it's going to send McCulley to the line for the three-point play. As Massanet will step off, so will Blackstock. As Ansley Hall steps back on. It's now a 12-point lead for Georgia Southwestern. Ansley Hall with the ball. Averaging 4.8 assists per game, ranking 33rd in Division II as Davenport can't get the three-pointer to fall. In transition, here come the Hurricanes. And the wide open three off the mark as Pierce grabs the board. Nighthawks in transition, outlet pass to Truschel. Truschel gets the layup to fall and the foul. Tough bucket in transition by Emily Truschel, cuts the lead to 10. And she could make this a single-digit game here at the line. She's able to knock down this free throw.
Last time in the 1v1 in transition, she used a Euro step to get around to the right side. That time she just accelerated around the left for the finish. That's a big-time finish there. Gets us to back under 10 here. 7:10 to go.
As we have a timeout on the floor. This is going to take us to a media timeout. We will step aside. 52-43 is your score. Georgia Southwestern up on North Georgia. You're watching North Georgia basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm here.
You've got a lot of reasons to be here. That's why we're here at Georgia Heart Institute, where advanced heart attack treatments save more hearts than anywhere in Georgia.
My baby girl is home.
Georgia Heart Institute.
All right, Joyride Beads. I hear if you run long enough, you get something called a runner's high, which sounds like something I'd really enjoy. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good. Mama Lake? What? Still no high, though.
Hi.
Hey. Oh my God, there it was. My first runner's high. Well, better quit while I'm ahead. All right, I'm good.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
43-52 is your score. 7:10 remaining in the fourth. Georgia Southwestern up by 9. As Garrett gets it past half court. There's a bit of a double there by Pierce and Truschel. Working this around the three-point line. Let's get this one into McCulley. Swings it to the other side to Adams. Adams will take the three off the mark. Rebound goes to Hall, and this is going North Georgia's way as we're going to have a foul on McCulley. And a nice job by Hall jumping in there to grab the board. Georgia Southwestern wanted a jump ball, but the foul's going against McCulley. As Truschel inbounds it to Hall. Nighthawks still down 9. As Truschel gets it to Davenport. Davenport has played some big minutes here for the Nighthawks as she drives in for a wide open bucket down low. Isabel Davenport gets her first bucket of the game to fall.
We're going to play a little zone here. Got to watch for the corner three.
Here's Garrett. Now to McCulley. McCulley looks like she's trying to swing it, and she does. Garrett with the ball. Drives into the basket, and she gets the layup to go. And every time the Nighthawks have gone on a bit of a run, Southwestern has had an answer.
Yeah, we can't string it by more than 2 baskets. We need to string together 3 or 4 baskets.
Truschel, and that down low to Eminer. Up top to Davenport. Takes a screen. Now up top to Pierce, trying to get her going from three-point range. Pierce will drive in and get the bucket down low for 2. (54-47). 5.5 minutes remaining. Here's Adams. Drives in, takes the pull-up midi off the mark. And this one gets batted out to Lexi Pierce.
That was almost Langley over the back there.
Pierce drives in, can't get the layup to fall. A rebound goes to Langley. Southwestern with the ball. Garrett with Hall matched up on her as she turns it over here. Nice job by Truschel. Puts the pressure on, and we're going to have a timeout by Georgia Southwestern. They call a 30-second timeout. So we will stay right here. 47-54 is your score. We've got a busy day around the PBC in regards to women's basketball. Lander up 56-41 over Augusta with 7 minutes remaining in that game. Columbus State up 55-48 over Flagler College, 4:11 remaining in that one. And then Georgia College trailing 40-59 against Clayton State University as the fourth quarter is just underway in that one. USC Buford also up 54-52 over USC Aiken. So a couple of close games here around the Peach Belt Conference.
And we need a catch and shoot basket right here. Up free throw line. We need a jump shot.
Eminer turns it over. Here's Destiny Garrett. And the Hurricanes can afford to bleed some clock here, as we're now under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. As Garrett passes it to Simmons, now down low into Langley. Langley gets her own offensive board and lays it up and in, and the foul. So bucket's good. This foul is going to go against Eminer, or Davenport, excuse me, who picks up the foul. Langley had the size advantage there. She'll try to extend this lead to double digits. Knocks down the free throw as North Georgia makes a sub here. Eminer will step off and Lizzie Campbell steps back on for the Nighthawks. Campbell getting some crunch time minutes for Coach Buffy and the Nighthawks. This one goes out of bounds. It's going to stay North Georgia's ball. .20 seconds on the shot clock as Hall inbounds it to Davenport. Davenport will take the three as she knocks it down. Big bucket by number 2. Davenport gets it to fall, and it's a 7-point game. And this could be the start of a run for North Georgia if they're able to get a stop here on defense.
Player 1-3-1 here. Last time they haven't taken corner threes against it, but they have really just got it in right to the heart of our defense.
As Langley lays it up and in, that's been their go-to, their bread and butter all game long, as a great effort there by Garrett, who intercepts that pass, falling out of bounds as Georgia Southwestern takes over. Garrett with Davenport on her, 9-point lead for Georgia Southwestern. As Garrett drives in, and another dish down low to Langley. And it's been that kind of night for Kayla Langley. Now 21 points in this one. An 11-point lead for Georgia Southwestern, under 3 minutes to go. Nighthawks still have been unable to string together, as you mentioned, Lee, those 3 to 4 plays on offense.
Can't get the stops now. They just keep blowing past us.
This is going to be a foul going against Truschel, her 4th. So that's going to send Ndukwe to the line for some free throws, as Hall and Campbell will step off, and Eminer and Blackstock step on. Let's pause 10 seconds for station verification. You're listening to North Georgia Women's Basketball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. .63-50 is your score. Georgia Southwestern, their biggest lead of the night. Here is Davenport. Nighthawks got to find something here on offense quickly as they get this one to Pierce. As Pierce turns it over, Garrett with the steal. Southwestern in transition, but Garrett pulls it back. Again, can afford to bleed some clock here if they want to. She's got Truschel matched up on her. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, they get this one down low. Great defense by Eminer, but the follow-up layup is good. And Langley in this final quarter has been absolutely dominant down low.
And she's relentless. She catches it deep and then stays after the shot.
This is going to stay North Georgia's ball. 19 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, she's not going to pass it. So when she catches it down there, she's not going to pass it. So let's help early enough and get 2 people there to where she's got to play through 2 sets of hands. But we're not overly committed to getting down there and helping out the big.
Coach Buffy making a sub here, now matching up Kaylee Sticker onto her as Pierce can't get the layup to fall, but she's going to go to the line for a pair of free throws here after the shooting foul on Ndukwe. Sends Pierce to the line for some free throws. North Georgia has not lost to Georgia Southwestern at home since February 10th of 2016 in a 72-63 win for the Hurricanes. As Pierce knocks down the first. Gets the second to fall. Haven't seen North Georgia get to the line as much as they would have liked here in this final quarter, as North Georgia is going to make some subs. As Eminer was about to check back on, Hall was able to get in, and a great play there from the Nighthawks as Sticker puts the pressure on, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout. After Eminer put the pressure on, gets the steal on the inbound and the layup to fall. And just like that, it's an 11-point game.
Yeah, we're going to need a couple more giveaways like that from the Hurricanes to be able to get all the way back into this thing. 11 points. We still got to go. So it's going to take us Southwestern missing some free throws and turning the ball over in the backcourt. We're getting pretty close to the spot to where we need to go steal and then begin to foul in the backcourt.
Sticker providing some much-needed minutes off the bench here for North Georgia, but she will sit as Eminer checks back on. North Georgia applies the full court pressure, and Davenport's going to pick up the foul here in the backcourt. And that's going to stop the clock and put the Hurricanes at the line for a pair of free throws.
I don't think it's shots yet. They're looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And that's going to be the fourth team foul on North Georgia as Sticker checks back on. Hurricanes will inbound again. Another foul here will put them over the limit. Nighthawks again showing full court pressure.
Now we foul in the backcourt.
As we approach a minute and 10 seconds remaining. Garrett with the ball.
They'll choose to play it out here when they really need a missed bucket or a turnover from Southwestern.
Big defensive possession here from North Georgia, but the drive and the dish and the bucket to Langley, who's been the MVP of this game for Georgia Southwestern, as Sticker takes the three, hits the back of the rim, rebound goes to Georgia Southwestern. Nighthawks get the steal here in transition. Here comes Davenport, goes up for the layup, misses, and this is going to be the Hurricanes basketball. Nighthawks most likely foul quickly here, as they do with Sticker, sending Georgia Southwestern to the line, praying for some missed free throws here.
This is a really good Southwestern team.
20-plus wins in multiple seasons here recently. This is definitely a Southwestern team that's going to be around in not just PBC tournament play, but as we mentioned in the pregame, in NCAA tournament play as well, cracking into the top 25 this week.
I like their style. Their bigs are extremely efficient. Nice. They're a nice partner. You know, a little tandem there. They play the same way, but man, they just they eat up space. They create offensive rebounds. They make dribble penetration, which we're not necessarily high on, into the paint. They discourage it by protecting the rim. And then the guards around them do a great job of providing just enough pressure on the perimeter to speed the offensive players' minds up. And, man, it's going to be interesting. They're going to be tough to beat from here on out, and especially down in America. So I got to imagine that teams are going to have their hands full down there.
And what a great first season this has been for head coach Hannah Hayden at Georgia Southwestern, looking to get her team to 13 wins and their 5th straight As the Nighthawks inbound this to Sticker. Sticker can't get the layup to fall. Gets her own board. Nighthawks got to work quickly. Here's they work it to Truschel at the three-point line. Now down low to Sticker. Sticker gets the layup to fall. 31 seconds remaining. Southwestern inbounds it here. Nighthawks put the pressure on as they get this one to a wide open Langley down low in transition. 71-56 is your score, and Coach Buffy's going to call another timeout here so the Nighthawks can inbound it on their side of the court.
Yeah, the final resting point of this game may not be determined yet, but Southwestern likely going to pull this out, obviously up 15 with just 23 seconds to go. Purpose of that timeout there is to understand that we don't have a 15-point shot in our tool bag to draw up, but there's going to be, over the next month and a half, plenty of opportunities where timeout to sideline advance is going to determine the outcome of games. And so executing it in pressure situations against good defensive teams here like Southwestern may not create a yield tonight, but it will absolutely, in the long run, pay dividends.
As Southwestern gets the rebound here off the missed three from Sticker, it's going to send the Hurricanes back to the line here with 17.3 seconds remaining. We've got plenty of action for you today on the Nighthawk Sports Network. This is just game one of our Nighthawk basketball doubleheader as the 10th ranked team in the nation, North Georgia men's basketball, gets ready for their matchup against Georgia Southwestern at around 7:30 tonight. As the first free throw is good by Ndukwe. And the Hurricanes are going to follow this one up with another road game, this time against Georgia College on Saturday. And after tonight, the Nighthawks will hit the road to take on Augusta this Saturday at 1:30 p.m. As the Nighthawks call a full timeout here on the floor, as they do so just to advance the basketball.
Yep, same situation. Again, no 17-point shot in our tool bag, but this is valuable experience because the Peach Belt Conference and games definitely in late February and March are going to boil down to single possession games, and being able to either climb from behind late or hold off late. Understanding that Southwestern probably defends these a little bit different than they would should the score be tied, but it's great experience for the Nighthawks here.
Absolutely, and it's going to be interesting to see where this team ends up with Cannon and Fahey out with injury. And Fahey, she's got a boot on her right foot, so it's going to be interesting to see how long she's out for this season. Hopefully the two of them can return soon. As Nighthawks inbound this, down low, as they get this one up top to Sticker. Sticker swings it to Davenport. Davenport in the corner, off the mark with a three-pointer. And that is gonna do it. Georgia Southwestern picks up their 5th win in a row, improving to 13-2 and 6-1 in conference play. And the Nighthawks are gonna go back to the drawing board before their 2-game road trip starting this Saturday. Lee, any final thoughts on this one?
I think Southwestern's good. I think that we are not healthy right now, but definitely regardless of how many players we had or had not undressed, Southwestern was the better team for 40 minutes tonight and came in here and really set the tone, played their style, battled some foul trouble, but still was able to leave with a coveted Peach Belt Conference road win.
And we'll be back with you shortly. Up next, it's North Georgia men's basketball taking on Georgia Southwestern in 30 minutes. On behalf of Lee Glenn and the rest of the NSN team, this is Robert DiClemente saying thanks so much for watching North Georgia men's basketball versus Georgia Southwestern, coming up in 30 minutes on the Nighthawk Sports Network.